Hans and Gretel feeling about this? Okay. Is there a chimney or anything on this house, or no?
There is in the back. It looks like
Hmm.
it's a small break in kind of a fluted area of the shelter.
Okay. Is there smoke coming out of the top?
No.
Hmm. Okay. Uh, Magpie, what do you want to do?
I guess we should knock. If wait, all right. Can I roll perception and see if I see any signs of inhabitation? Like see if any like chopped wood, like a chopping block for wood, or any sort of thing that could indicate that someone's here.
That would be kind of a survival check for,
Survival.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, so poking around, you do see some tracks, although they seem oddly spaced, like somebody's sort of doing well on, covering their tracks and then all of a sudden not seeming to care or something akin to that. Yeah.
Bipolar track cover. Okay. But are they leading towards the house, away from the house?
Well, in various directions, in and out.
Right. Are there any like super fresh tracks?
No.
There's no funky fresh tracks.
No.
Okay.
Not.
All right.
It's hard to discern in this kind of terrain, but
I say we just open the door then. I say we don't knock, and I say we don't try and be stealthy. I say we just open the door.
Okay.
okay. So you twist the knob and the door pushes inward, and it's a sparsely furnished, uh, with chests and shelves, and there's a table and a couch. It's all old and of appears to be elven,
Huh. Okay.
and um, sort of darting from the foliage off to the side. This woman, I mean, she moves faster than you've ever seen, um, and she stops short, and there's air rushing around her, and this kind of a pale light flickering in the air, and it's a female elf, her hair and robes, kind of waving in the wind a little bit, and she might have been beautiful once, but she's old and her features are a little twisted, and she snarls at you and says, "What do you want here? Do you know it is death for those that seek me out?"
Have we come up behind Magpie at this point, the two of us in the back?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna say hello to her in Elvish.
Okay.
Or like no, hello grandmother, like a
Term of endearment.
yeah.
Okay. She gives you an odd look and then quirks a slight smile and replies in kind. She calls you a whelp essentially, but
I'd say it's kindly whelp.
it's neutral at least.
Neutral whelp. Okay. I'm sorry. I say to her that I'm sorry that I just opened her doors. I wasn't sure if anyone was home.
She says, "Well, that's an odd way of looking at it."
Well, I am not the most known for respecting people's personal property. So, uh, would you be the one that they call Agatha?
She straightens and nods. She says, "That's the name I've assumed. Yes."
have someone who wishes to speak to you. And then I'm gonna back out and be like, and then like gesture forward. Uranus.
Okay.
Politely shove her forward.
Yeah, just be like,
Here's someone. Get in there. Okay, so I kind of clunkily walk into the room, and I don't really know how to greet her, but I kind of like give a little bow, very awkwardly, and I say, "Hello, my name is Uranus, and I've been sent here to, I guess, borrow something of yours."
She looks at you a little curiously. Says, "Borrow of mine. What would you think that I possess?"
I'm not too sure. You see, we traveled from quite a long distance, and while we were there, I happened upon a shrine, and uh, the people who were caring for the shrine were somewhat unapproachable and would not share any information with me about it. They said that they would be willing to, I guess, sort of educate me on that shrine. However, if I were to retrieve something from you and bring it to them, and they mentioned I believe a comb of some sort. Which, I mean, if you have lots of combs, if you wouldn't mind letting me borrow one just to appease them.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop you here because uh, I'll grant that we have some pauses between sessions, and it was quite a few sessions ago. But the comb, you are aware of the location of the comb. You're seeking a book.
Oh, okay. What?
and yeah, and
My
if I remember correctly, they don't want her to know that they're the ones that want the book.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I have a comb slash
Oh,
amulet
you
in
know what?
here.
You know what? Yes,
Am I
there's a.
mistaken?
Oh, you're right. You know the location of. I'm confused here. You have the comb.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
And we're using the comb to trade for the book, but they don't want her to know who's getting the book.
Okay.
That's why they sent you, because she doesn't like them.
Oh. Okay, hold on. Let me edit my notes because. Okay, I need to retrieve a book. Trade for comb. Okay.
And it's actually you're seeking the location of the book. You don't know that
Okay.
if she has it.
Okay. I don't even know what this book is, though.
It's a spell book as far as you can tell.
Okay. Down to retrieve, spell retrieve. Okay. So I have possession of the comb.
Yes.
Why are my notes so screwy? Okay. Let's backtrack that for a little bit. Okay. So now I'm speaking with her, with Miss Agatha, and okay. So I have a comb, and I need to give it to her. Is that correct?
That was sort of the trade that Sister Grail was proposing.
Okay. So I have this comb, which I know nothing about, which I need to trade for a book, which I also know nothing about.
Right.
Okay. All right. Let me look in my inventory. And then Darth Vader arrives, and
Did I go ahead?
no.
Ringtone.
See,
Okay.
Imperial inventory.
Yes. I see. Okay, I see. I have the comb. Okay, so I hold out the comb, and I ask her if she recognizes it. Yeah. So I kind of show it to her. Do you recognize the comb here?
Her eyes do twinkle with a bit of recognition. She says, "Ah,
Hey.
that's
Oh,
something
hey,
that I
James.
long for." Hey, James.
Hi, James.
Hi.
Welcome.
Sorry I'm a little late.
It's all right. To catch you up, we're just talking to Agatha at her hut in the woods.
Ooh.
And all right, so yeah, so she her eyes twinkle a little bit as she spots the cone. She says, "Ah, yes. Hmm. What was once taken from me."
Oh, so it belongs to you?
In a manner of speaking.
I've kind of got a death grip on this comb right now, and I look at her and I say, "Oh, did a family member give it to you or anything like that? Was it passed to you by a significant woman in your life, like your mother perhaps or your grandmother?"
She says, my my old mistress passed it on to me."
Are you able to kind of give me a little bit of proof that this comb belongs to you?
"And what proof do you have that it belongs to you?"
Well, just the fact that it's in my possession, and it was given to me by a very nice stranger I met in passing.
She squints, says, "And what would this stranger be doing with my comb?"
I'm on a level with you here, Agatha. I have no idea what she was doing with the comb, and I also have no idea what I'm doing with this comb. However, it is a very beautiful comb, and as you can see, I have very long locks of hair, so I'm interested in keeping this comb for myself. However, if it is truly yours, I'd be willing to give it back to you for exchange for some information, possibly.
She, um, she looks upward, her neck stretching out long as she, you know, seems to be listening to the slight breeze as it rustles the leaves above. And then she locks eyes with Arenis for a moment. She says, "You have a deal. I will answer one question in exchange for the comb."
Okay. I need just a moment to discuss with my comrades before I ask that, because that's quite a hefty price, I guess. Just one question, and as I'm prone to do, I stumble over my words. So I just like just a little brief moment to congregate with
Yeah.
my friends here.
She cuts you off. She says, "Any question I will be able to answer."
Ah,
Hmm.
okay, all right. So I just kind of hold up one finger and I turn back to my friends. Okay, folks. So I don't know about you guys, and I don't know what sort of questions you might have personally, but
Well,
I need the location of that spell book, and
well,
I
I
don't
mean,
know what it is.
so can you like roll something to see if you can remember the name of the spell book or something?
Let me see.
And that way we can see if you can try and remember, because that's a little like if you that's what we need to get from this request is the
Right.
name of that spell book.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't get that, then
You know it belonged to a man named Gentle.
Okay.
Okay, but if it was her comb, why would she not know that she didn't still have it, or why that it was in someone else's possession?
That's true, but now that I've struck up a deal with her, I don't want to ask that question just yet.
no.
In case she's kind of technical.
there's your question.
Well, it's not his question, it's my question. I have to ask
You get
her.
one question. I suggest you ask her, may I ask another question?
No, she's gonna say no, and then we will be out of questions.
It's not a wish.
She's not. Yeah, I can't wish for more questions. Okay. So it belongs to a. It used to belong to a guy named Bo Gentle. Okay.
So ask something along the lines like, I need the tome. I need the location of the tome that prior.
That
Like
previously
yeah.
Bo Gentle had possession of.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Formerly belonged to the wizard formerly known as Bogentle.
Okay.
Because he's like Prince.
Exactly. Now he's just represented by a sigil.
The wizard formerly known as Bo Gentle.
All
Well,
right.
he might be dead. He could be I mean, if he's dead, he would be technically formerly known.
In the most literal sense, formally known. Okay, so I'm gonna ask her that. So okay, so I turn back to her and I have the comb in my hand and I say, I'm looking for a spell book that used to belong to a wizard by the name of Bo Gentle. It's since been lost. Can you tell me the location of that spell book?
She chuckles. She says, "Ah, yes, I can. I think I can part with this information quite readily." She offers a hand for the comb.
Okay. I kind of give her a stink eye and the information first, please.
She pauses and she says, "You know not who you trifle with."
That's the beauty of it. I do not know.
She chuckles. She says, "Well, it matters not, even though you do you do insult me so."
I apologize. I am a very simple girl from a very simple town.
Very well. I traded the book to a warlock named Sernoth from the city of Astracane more than 100 years ago.
100 years ago.
I do not know what became of the book afterward.
Oh wow, that's a pretty long
100
distance.
years ago.
What was the book's content, grandmother?
I've answered your question. The comb, please.
Fine. I hand her the comb.
And for your notes, there you go.
Thank you. Definitely spelled that name wrong. Okay.
Silent T's are a real killer.
That's something wrong. Wow.
Alright.
Yeah. Totally. Totally wrong.
Yeah. Okay. Well, kind of look at Agatha. So, do we need anything further from her?
She looks at the group of you and she says, "Be gone with you, lest I lose my patience."
Do you need us to fetch you anything, or bring you some supplies, grandmother?
Just as quickly as she arrived, she dashes into the underbrush and is like gone. Like you couldn't even like hope to chase after her.
She's like a gnome.
Okay. Bye. Have a nice life. I'm gonna say this in Elvish, and just like, ciao.
So, well, that was a little bit unhelpful.
Strange dialect of Elvish there.
Molto bene. Ciao.
Those Italian elves.
Those Italian elves. They run the Italian elf mafia.
Oh, jeez. All right. Well,
Well,
that
I
was not that
suppose
great.
we go back to Faladin and tell him about the orcs and get our reward.
Yep.
See if we can find the brothers.
First, do we want to look inside the house? Were we able to find it? See anything in particular, or no?
You want to steal from the crazy old witch lady?
She's not in there. She was in the bushes.
You gonna do the hoopa juba and put bad juju on us? No.
Here's the thing though. If we successfully steal something and then come back later, if she's here, maybe we can return it for another question.
I like the
Maybe
way you think, friend.
She's senile and doesn't remember that
I'd feel
something's
like
been taken.
someone
this yours?
Someone gave it to me. You know, lie to her, straight up in her face. Screw it.
Somebody stole the comb in the first place. So clearly it works.
Exactly.
Um,
Boom.
All right. Well, is there anything of worth in the old elvish hut?
Well, there's a few small chests. There's some dingy glass vials that you're not sure what they contain. That, as I mentioned, there's the chest,
All right.
a couple of chests, but are you going to start rummaging around?
Can I perceive anything from the chest? Like, do they look to be strong chests, like with lots of heavy locks on them? Are they like cedar chests for like clothing? Can I like try and garner what I would think to be the contents by their exterior?
So you recognize the craftsmanship to be elven for sure,
Mm-hmm.
but you've never seen elvish craftsmanship this old.
Oh.
And so it's a bit of a head scratcher as to the location, the origin of where this stuff
Mhm.
might be from. You would guess that there's probably one for clothes, probably one, contains some valuables. You're not really sure what they, there's a couple arrayed on a table that you would guess either could contain anything from spices to recipes to notes to what have you.
Okay. I guess I like look at everybody and I was like, "What are you looking at me for? Do you want me to like open these?"
Sure. Spices and recipes sounds good. I'm a bit famished.
You're a bit famished. We're just gonna help herself to her food. So I'm gonna start with the smallest chest because typically you put the expensive stuff in the small chest.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start with that. Is it locked?
No, it's not locked.
Okay, so I open the chest.
This appears to be a woman after your own heart. There are a number of polished stones, like from a river.
Oh, are they rune stones or are they just a bunch of shiny rocks?
They're a bunch of shiny rocks.
I'm going to take all of them.
Okay,
Oh Lord.
No, no.
perfect.
Score.
It is one of my flaws that I am acquisitive. I am going to take all of them.
Yep. Okay.
So
Not
I
only are
feel
you
kind
inquisitive,
of
but you're a
bad about the
kleptomaniac.
situation.
I'm not a kleptomaniac.
Okay. Fair enough.
I am a very specific type of kleptomaniac. I only like shiny stones. It doesn't matter if it's like a semi-precious stone or a faceted stone or a carbon. It doesn't matter what type of stone it is. If it holds a shine and it draws my eye, it goes in my pocket.
There's also some snail shells and
Ooh, so like a raven's nest, like something that has a whole bunch of little shiny shits in it.
yeah, kind of. There's also pine cones, little tiny pine cones from like a spruce or
I'm
something.
just gonna take the whole chest. Is it small enough to be carried?
Yes. It's
Okay.
sure.
I'm gonna put it on the cart.
Okay.
I see nothing that interests me in particular, so I just kind of head back outside of the
Yeah.
little hut.
You gonna rummage in the other chests or?
We should. That seems like a decoy chest.
I'm gonna suggest we leave before the crazy witch lady comes back and catches
I
us eating her
agree.
stuff.
So was
Alright.
that Gorvash who was gonna do the rummaging?
No, that is Gorvash suggesting we not get caught by the crazy witch
Oh,
lady.
so Fenric.
I'll agree. We'll
Ben-
we'll just go. We'll just go. I guess.
Yeah, let's go. Okay.
So
Fair
if
enough.
everyone's already left and I'm the only one left, I don't want to face this witch lady. So
No, I mean I will support you if you wish to rummage. I'm just holding the chest right now, so I'm kind of rummaged out.
okay, well, we can leave.
Okay.
Alright, I've got my chest.
All right. So you're on your way back towards Connieberry?
Yeah.
Okay. Make perception checks.
I don't want to make a perception check. Did that roll?
Mhm.
Whew.
Guess I'll have good eyes.
You guys do all have pretty good eyes.
Blind.
You you spot just above you a falcon that seems to be tracking you.
She morphed into a falcon and I took her chest. She can see my chest. She's gonna attack us. I've doomed us all.
You could just put the chest down, you know.
I can't. I cannot just put the chest down.
Should I slap it out of your hand? Would that help?
No, you cannot take the chest from me. I'm going to fervently try and hide it under my tunic.
Okay.
Does that hawk look like it's ready to the
I'm gonna
falcon,
do
excuse me. Does it look
sleight of
like it's
hand.
ready to attack?
You're not sure.
Okay. Can I make a strength check to try and wrestle the chest away from Magpie?
No, I'm gonna sleight of hands it, and then if I fail to hide it, then you can try and knock it out of my hand.
All right.
Well, I can tell you right now, it's pretty easy to fail to hide that thing because
All right.
yeah. So go ahead and make that strength check. Okay. So
Do you want me to strength to try and keep it?
yeah, let's do that.
Well, I guess she's keeping it.
Yeah, but Arenis succeeds in grabbing onto the lid and pulling it open, and all the rocks and things scatter into the air as you two wrestle back and forth.
Oh man. Are you happy now?
Are you happy
A little bit.
now? I'm going to roll intimidation for an ARG, just like. Ugh.
Can I try and
Well,
speak? Can I try and speak with that bird?
I'm gonna pick up the rocks while they're fighting about who's
I
taking
wanna
Gorbash,
know-
whose
I wanna
side are
know-
you on anyway?
I want to know if that bird is looking at us for the rocks or for food, or what? Why does that bird like us?
All right, so Magpie is in a rage, and Druid's talking to birds, or trying to. He's pretty far. He's pretty high up, so you'd have to. It's not a telepathic speak to animals, is it?
Oh no!
What's the range
I would
on it?
I would have to yell.
You'd have to yell. So
Is he close enough to hear me yelling?
maybe.
Maybe.
What are you gonna say to him?
Yo, bird, what
Yo,
you
bird.
Once I get all the rocks, I'm gonna put them in a bag and try to offer the bag to the bird. Just wave the bag in the bird's general direction.
Oh, he really is an orc, isn't he?
I wanna yell at the bird. Are you the witch in disguise?
Oh Lord. My mother warned me about these people.
You're the one that wanted to be an adventurer.
This is true. I did this to me.
All right, so Fenric, you get a sense that the bird is looking right at you, like, are you serious?
So the bird knows.
Okay, I'm gonna take that as a yes.
So I'm going to put the chest down and be like, there's nothing in it now that I want because all the shiny rocks are on the ground.
Oh no, I picked those up. They're in a bag now.
I'm going to try and bribe you to give me the bag.
No.
Not even with good rations?
I have plenty of rations. We're gonna give the bag back now.
Ugh, fine.
I will help you keep the bag. You may have a turkey leg on you.
I do not have a turkey leg. I will buy you a turkey leg.
You know, I've been told that before.
I will purchase you a large quantity of meat of your choice. I'm not promising a turkey leg because they didn't have those at the last stop, but I will purchase you a roast or a suckling pig.
My belly's saying turkey.
I will hunt you a turkey. I don't know if this is the woods for turkey. I'm not a survivalist. I'll pay someone to kill you a turkey, but you can have the whole bird if you keep those stones for me.
Wait, I'm the one with the stones. Why are you bribing him with turkey?
I know, I'm saying get the stones for me.
No.
I
I
think
try to wave the bird down to come and get the rocks.
The bird is just watching us.
I'll roll handle animal if you want.
Okay. Wow. You guys are rolling great for all of these.
Just wait till the fight starts.
Well, I wish we could have done this well with the bugbear, not the bugbear, the owl bear.
That fight was going great.
Um, all right, so actually, Magpie, make a quick what's the check I'm looking for?
Nature.
No, insight. That's just wisdom. Just wisdom if you're not.
I want to try to shove Gorbash to take the stones. Oh, that's okay.
That's not.
That's
Not insight.
Yeah, Fenric runs into Gorvash's bicep and falls over.
Sorry, I took it twice.
It's all right. Okay, so the falcon enters a dive at Gorvash's beckoning.
All right, all according to plan.
But it seems to be centering right on Magpie.
Oh no.
Actually, Fenric, you can also make an insight check.
Is it gonna like go for my face?
Well, it's going in your general direction.
Okay. I am going to use my proficiency in like dashing and like swift movement from all of those cunning actions I've used and like roll out of the way.
I can still my spells still have to talk to him, so I want to yell to him again.
Okay. What are you gonna yell?
You can have Magpie if you get me a turkey leg.
Oh my goodness.
And the falcon screeches, "Who's Magpie?" And as it swoops in and like just takes a swipe at Magpie. So Magpie's trying to roll out of the way.
So acrobatics.
Sure. Okay. And what's your AC?
13.
Okay. So the falcon scratches your shoulder
Oh,
for 1.
for one.
For
Oh.
one damage.
That was Magpie.
So teamwork is not strong with this one.
I'm gonna be like, whoa, bird, what up? Like, why would you do that?
Can I try to grab the bird?
Like out of the air, like a cat, just like.
Next time it like flies down, try to grab it.
Yeah, sure.
Oh dear.
Okay. I'm guessing that's athletics.
Yeah, that would be sure. Okay. So the um, so just a point of information for you, Magpie.
Yeah.
Mr. Squeakers is freaking out. He's like biting your shoulder at this point. Or where do you keep him?
Yeah, he's like in the back of my neck, like in my hair, kind of thing, like kind of just on my shoulder.
Yeah. So
Okay.
he's biting you
Oh no!
at this
Oh, okay.
point.
So I'm going to grab Mr. Squeakers and put him in my backpack.
Okay.
Or pouch or whatever. I'm going to put him in my like rucksack.
Make an
out of sight.
make an animal handling roll.
But he's mine.
Yeah, he is panicked.
I'm gonna let you know right now. Small rodents are not easy to handle.
Okay, but he's yours. So he bites your hand, but you get him into the pack.
And I give him some cheese while he's in there.
Okay. And while you're doing that, you get attacked again for another 1. This time to your scalp.
Ugh, get this fucking bird off me!
Okay, we need to leave the rocks, you guys, or she's gonna get destroyed. She's gonna get wrecked by this.
So I'm gonna start walking out of the woods.
Okay.
Like walking towards the way we came.
Yeah. So what are you guys doing with the rocks?
We're leaving them.
Leave them on the road next to the box.
Okay. And so all right, fair enough. And the falcon leaves you alone. So as you exit the woods, with just some minor scratches and a bad hair day, you
I wanted those rocks. I'm gonna be in a foul mood for the whole game, just huffing and kind of being.
okay.
Maybe we can go back and trade Mr. Squeakers for the rocks.
We're not trading Mr. Squeakers for the rocks. I have a limit. There is a line. We don't trade family.
Okay. So some out of character information because this is just too fun not to share. And
Mouse are friends, not food.
and so this is, I don't expect you to react to this in character. But Fenric figured out that the falcon was probably after Mr. Squeakers and not the rocks. And because, that's the kind of thing that birds of prey like to go after. And so, and just to teach you all something about Roll20, I whispered that to him. So there's a thing to do that in Roll20. So if you hit in chat, if you hit /W, that's whisper, and then you type a person's name as they appear like in the bottom bar, and it will kind of like autocomplete to that. And you can hit tab to autocomplete, and it will let you whisper a private message. So, if, we're ever in a situation like that where there is some kind of asymmetric information going on, where I'm not telling everybody everything, and or maybe there's a little tension in the party, and I'm trying to resolve some things. I don't expect us to use this a lot, but it's kind of a fun little thing to do. And sorry to out you, Fenric, but that was just kind of a fun way to demonstrate that. So
Oh, okay.
If you read the chat, that's what I meant by this is more fun.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah. He,
This is a good
so-
thing I didn't catch that bird then, because I was gonna tie the bag of rocks to it.
Oh my goodness.
Just she comes back to her house. There's just a falcon with a bag of rocks like laying on her porch. Just there's
But
an
then she'd
empty
finally
chest.
know who the thief was. She'd probably still come.
this is a dead
Darn
falcon. Like, what the fuck?
Just an angry falcon. It's not dead. It's just got a bag of rocks tied to it. Like
That's
it
okay.
can't get away.
Oh
Just have to like
jeez.
waddle back to the hut.
I like it. It's nice. So I should have let those hijinks go on a little longer. But everybody gets 50 XP for the
Peaceful
Agatha's
interaction
Lair.
with crazy lady.
Yes, this is the Agatha's Lair side quest. So I'm kind of still going by the book on some of this stuff, although I'm improvising quite a bit with some other stuff. So, all right, you make it back to Coneyberry, unmolested by further
Wildlife.
birds of prey. So
I take my mouse out and I'm going to pet Squeakers.
yeah,
Be like, it's okay. The bird's gone.
yeah.
He's having little heart palpitations, mouse heart palpitations.
Yeah, I mean those things beat fast, so you probably went from like 120 beats per minute to 180 or something.
Okay. So I had a thought. I want to buy a glaive.
Ooh,
A glaive,
Mm-hmm.
like a pike,
Yeah, kind of like a pike.
a pole arm of some sort,
Yeah. I want to buy a glaive is more like
an axe.
quarterstaff length.
Okay.
So it's not a pole arm, but it's not really a like a one-handed weapon. It's a two-handed weapon. And I was wondering if I would have to have a special like the martial weapons proficiency or something to do that.
Well, a glaive is a martial weapon, so
Okay.
that is technically what you would need to have.
I wanted a glaive.
It's a
Not
cool
that we
idea.
would find a glaive in Coneyberry for sale. Or find a person with a glaive, because I don't believe that's this sort of climate. So
Are you allowed to turn a glaive into a shillelagh?
it would work as a shillelagh. So
Okay.
that's
Well,
kind of why I'm interested.
so have you been doing? You've been doing the quarterstaff two-handed, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 1d8 damage, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure, because glaive is only 1d10.
Yeah.
There's also
The quarterstaff is 1d6.
And then Shillelagh, when you cast it, makes a 1d.
yeah, the quarterstaff is 1d6, but it has the versatile properties, so it does a d8 if you two-hand it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, so the shillelagh would up it to 1d10, is that right?
Oh yeah. I think so.
I don't know, how does shillelagh work again?
You cast
I thi-
shillelagh.
I don't
and-
think it ups it. I think it just makes it 1d8.
Okay. Which is, I guess, a little redundant on if you're using
If you're
a quarterstaff
two-handing
two-handed. So that's, if you look at the quarterstaff,
Uh-huh.
Maggie,
Yeah.
under properties, it says versatile 1d8. Versatile just means you can use it two-handed.
Oh, cool.
You can also
Okay.
use it one-handed for 1d6.
Okay, cool. I was just looking at that. That's awesome. All right.
So if you wanted to use a shield and shillelagh, it would be 1d8, and you'd get the shield AC.
I can hit up to 2 creatures within 5 feet.
Is that how that
So
works?
I could yeah, it says description up to 2 creatures within 5 feet. So I could like slap 2 people in the face with it.
Where are you reading that?
It says down at the bottom in description. In my attack and spellcasting.
Oh, for Shillelagh.
No, just typical quarterstaff.
Quarterstaff, yeah.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Cool.
Okay. All right. Sorry, I was just kind of throwing that out there. I know we're on our way back eventually to civilization. Can't stand being in all these wilds. I'm really a city girl.
They're pretty
So,
nice.
Yeah, no, that's cool. So,
we're back in Canterbury, and is there any like people about?
yeah,
Anyone
you know,
around?
kind of the same array of people that
I don't have any audio.
you're missing us. Oh, you mean no music,
Hey, what's wrong with the internet? Drew.
Esther? Can you hear us? All right, Esther, you there?
I think we lost her.
I think we lost her too.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Okay.
That was very
Hey.
strange. I couldn't hear anything. I was like, what the heck? It's
Oh,
so
that's all right.
quiet.
It's
Um,
okay. We were just talking bad about you.
Ah, I knew it.
Yep,
Mhm.
that's what we do. Actually, let's take a quick break since this is probably a good spot for it, even though it's a little early. But let's do a quick bio break, and we'll be back in just a couple minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I see. Wait, I've got a phone. Phone this whole. Gotcha. Ascended. He ascended. He ascended into heaven. Ascend.
What?
Work. Oh, there he is. Pig's on. I was about to ask other side. I'm running errands. Mate.
I'm back.
Wow, wow.
Okay.
don't know what kind of music you guys listen to, but if any of you like Ed Sheeran, definitely check out the new album.
Mm.
Fantastic.
What's he do?
I don't know, contemporary kind of current stuff.
I'm just saying that because he is the first album I've listened to from any artist where I liked every song.
Huh.
Very rare for me to like every single song.
He does a lot of like, I would call them kind of like ballady songs.
Well, that's the thing. Like his songs change up too. Like he has some like ones where he raps in it, kind of
Yeah.
odd. But
Interesting.
and then two in the new album are kind of like I don't know how to say. I don't know exactly what it'd be called, but like kind of like that. One of them feels kind of like one of those like Irish like hoedowns. I don't know. I know that's not the right word for it.
Folk music.
I guess, yeah.
I know. I like Ed Sheeran. I'm just not like. I don't really listen to music. It's weird. It's a weird thing to say. I listen to music, but I don't like seek out music.
He's not like from like
Music
Mumford and Sons
happens
or
to
anything, is he?
me.
What?
He's not like from Mumford and Sons or anything, is he?
No.
Okay. I got no love for Mumford and Sons.
Ooh, why?
I don't know.
Did they kill your children or something? Like,
They're just a little. It feels like they're hamming it up the whole time.
I can kind of see.
I don't know.
Some of the stuff's not bad.
I'm very opinionated on my music, so. But I recognize
on
the
Mumford
name. I
and
just I don't know Ed Sheeran off the top of my head.
He looks like the guy that plays Ron, Rupert, whatever his name is.
Rupert
from Harry
Grint?
Potter. Yeah,
if
he
Rupert
looks.
Grint was like chubby and not attractive, yeah.
Well, I mean, he played him in one of his own music videos, so they look kind of
Well,
alike.
yeah, I mean, of course he's gonna get someone more attractive than him.
Wow, how do you really feel?
I don't know. He just looks. He's not like ugly. He's just. I don't know. He looks goofy. I guess is the best way to put it.
Yeah, I could see that. Have you seen the music video of him where he's pretending to be a boxer or whatever?
I have not.
Yeah.
What song is that?
It's one of the newer ones. I forget what song. Let me look it up. On my YouTube. And it be the Shape of You.
Oh,
That's the music video. Is him pretending to be some sort of like boxer or MMA fighter, and he like gets a girl. He's like tutoring a girl, and they have like a romance, but it's mostly him just fighting people.
That's weird.
that's not the feel I got from that song. From just
That's
listening
not,
to it.
I mean, that's not the feel I felt like from that song. So
I totally thought they were just like at a club dancing and like saw each other and decided to dance together. I don't know. Well,
you learn something every day.
yeah.
Fun. All right. So yeah, what is your next move as far as? Are you hanging around Coneyberry? You gonna trek back to Phandelver?
It's
maybe
still
we
kind of
should-
early in the day, right?
Yeah.
It's about probably like 1-ish or so, just past noon, getting back to Coneyberry.
Do we have
couple hours
anything
walking.
we need to do in Coneyberry? I don't think we had anything in particular.
Yeah,
Just
and
got
we
a
have
big Vinifuria from the bar.
Yeah.
and we have not met any needy town folk, to my knowledge.
Nope.
Yeah. I think we're pretty much done there. I think we
Okay.
should head back to Phandalin.
Just a quick survey here. What's everyone's level?
I'm gonna level 3.
I'm at 3, but what's the XP for 4? Is it 2400?
I think it's 25.
Thought it was 27.
I think
27?
It's 27.
Oh, it's
yeah.
27.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm
Yeah.
about a little under 1,000.
Yeah,
off of
same.
that.
Same.
Same.
Okay. Cool. And so you guys are. So that was 3 across the board. Yeah. Okay.
Hmm.
I think so.
Yep.
So you guys, you're just gonna set off on the trail then. Kinda-
Well, I suppose we'll go back to the inn, get some lunch, grab Benefieri, and then be like, we're gonna head back unless there's something you need to have done, like any ogres to clear out or
he's rubbing his
haunted
temples. He's rubbing his temples. He says, "Oh, I need a head transplant after last night."
ruins. Well, I'm gonna ask around and be like, we are for hire. We do clear out stuff. You got a problem, you come to us. Do you guys need anything?
One guy's like, "I got voles in my radish patch. If you want to clean those out."
Voles are too much like my friend here, Dr. Squeakers. Sorry.
Yeah, that's not really the kind of work we're looking for. But better. Hope you find luck somewhere else.
And one woman chimes in. She says, you could, remove my husband's infestation."
Oh, getting saucy there.
What? I'm too innocent for this crap. I don't know what she's talking about. I'm just gonna ignore her request.
Like, nobody wants to remove my husband.
I mean, I can hit him with a hammer.
Now you're
Just-
talking.
Like, I can remove them permanently. Like, I didn't think we were assassins. I didn't choose that archetype. Alright, well then, farewell, fair people of Coneyberry.
And the not so fair.
And the not so fair.
Mostly not so fair, I think.
Ouch.
Head back down the trail, I guess, and have fun with the random encounter generator.
All right. So you guys move down the trail.
To like this tree thing, I guess. This would be 25, right?
Yeah, but you're getting a late start. So
Oh, okay.
you go to just about 10. Yep, right about there.
Okay.
So you get there before nightfall. It's your choice if you want to keep marching, but
Let's do it.
Yeah, most of us can see in the dark.
I like the shade of that tree.
Yeah.
okay. How much longer do you want to go?
Let's go until like not through the night, but like 11, 12-ish.
Okay. We'll give you another 15 miles on that, so it's just a little past the tree. And let's see. Oh, okay. Just a moment while I look up this thing.
Oh.
All right, so as you're walking your way down the road, you see in front of you what you think to be bats. And they're kind of swarming, like they've come out of a cave and are swooping around. And a small contingent of them breaks off and moves in your general direction.
Okay. Can I see? Are they like larger than normal bats, like vampire bats, or like fruit bats, or
They're about the size of normal bats.
normal bats? Okay. I'm going to.
And actually, in reality, vampire bats are about the size of fruit bats. So
And they don't feast on humans, but they do have a lot of the diseases.
They feast on cows mostly. Other creatures like that.
I'm going to cast a cantrip of minor illusion on myself to make me blend in with the dusky colored road behind us. Like, I'm not doing anything particularly hard, it's just more of like a muting of myself into the background as we're traveling. Because I do not like the idea of those bats.
Blending in from overhead seems like a minor illusion might be a little bit of a well,
Well,
yeah. I
it
mean,
says you can create an image of an object for the range of the duration, and it
yeah.
says I can be no longer than a 5-foot cube, and that took that to mean like a cube, so it can be 3-sided or 4-sided.
So you're gonna blend in as a cube of dirt.
Yeah, I'm going to affect anything in my cube as of like the road and the area around us as we're walking. I assume we're in like a fairly open road area.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, it wouldn't fool like
I
a
mean, they're
person.
bats; they can't really see.
Well, that's the thing. They use echolocation. So
Yeah, that's true.
Could I
I
try
guess-
and use prestidigitation and make it sound like they're echolocating off like a tree instead of people?
that would be a real trick of prestidigitation. What's your intelligence?
It's high. It's it's 14.
Okay. If you make a nature check, sure.
Okay.
This would be a real feat. Yeah, no.
Oh, dang it.
Could I light
You
a torch and try to scare the bats away with light and fire?
no. Well, you can light the torch and you can try, but I'm just going to fast forward a little bit because they're getting closer, and Fenric's squeaking has attracted their attention.
Sorry.
And the as they get closer, it's clear that they're not quite the same shape that you would associate with a bat.
Oh.
In fact, they look a little something like this.
Ugh.
Hell no.
Oh,
All
God.
right.
Ugh. I'm gonna
So-
shoot it. Can I shoot one out of the sky?
You can try, but they are getting in close.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot it. I'm gonna shoot it now, like really soon. Like as soon as I recognize them, I shot.
Pool.
Okay. All right, so that's a hit. Okay, you take it out. You shoot one out of the sky. It falls to the ground with a thump next to your
How-
feet, like it rolls around in the dirt as it gasps and dies.
How many
Ooh.
are there?
You'd guess there to be about 10 of them.
Shoot.
Well, 9 now.
9 now.
Let me look at my character sheet really quick. Okay, and then what's their distance from us? I know you said they were moving in super close.
Yeah, so they're I mean, you recognize them at about 40 feet to be not bats. So
40 feet. Okay. I'd like to
I'm going to go
direct
for it.
this spell up into the sky and cast Gust of Wind. Yeah, I'm gonna cast that.
Oh, can I throw the dart first?
Okay, go ahead.
sure. The dart hits.
Yay.
All right, so that's 2 down.
Gust of wind.
All right. Oh, I forgot. They must each make a saving throw.
Okay. Saving throw for. Okay, what's your
Strength.
strength versus what's your spell DC?
It's 14.
Okay. Yeah. So they fail. So
So they all get pushed 15 feet away.
okay, you push them back. Good.
Let me see. I think. Yeah. Okay. So they.
60 feet long and 10 feet wide, and it lasts for up to a minute.
Mhm.
Okay.
Does this give us enough time to continue running away, or do you guys want to fight them?
Well, there's only 8 left.
We can probably take him.
That's a second level spell.
Yes.
Okay, just curious. And which legume seed did you use?
Oh shoot. Is that a M? I'm sorry.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
You can pluck it from our one of the ration packets is dried soup.
That's true. We do have bean soup.
Right.
Just throwing a handful of beans at them. Away with you, creatures!
I was I've got you scared that you're like, oh damn, I don't have a bean on me.
I'll mark it down on my rations.
How far away are the bats now? Or the sturges?
So they're pushed back to about 55 feet.
Okay. I'll have disadvantage on this, but I'll throw a javelin at a bat.
Throw a javelin at a bat. Looks like you
We
hit.
do have a lot of
Disadvantage,
them.
so the 19.
Yeah. Why disadvantage?
I'm farther than 30 feet with the javelin.
Okay, that's right. Gotcha.
That's second range.
Yeah, but you brain that thing hard, and it lands with a thud. Okay.
I'm gonna shoot another bat.
All right. We've established some kind of order here, so okay. They push against the wind, but the wind is still pushing them back for the most part. Let me hang on. Let me roll another save here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. No, they're being pushed back further. But yeah, Magpie, your aim is true. Okay. Good. So another one bites the dust.
4 bats
Dun-dun-dun.
down.
Bum,
6
bum.
bats to go.
There you go.
I'm gonna keep one of our party members from being disabled here, so
Hooray!
there, so you can see for a little bit.
Now I can see.
Hang on. Let me get Fenric's token for my own. Fenric, where are you? There you are. And turn. There we go. So Fenric is after Magpie.
Yes.
There we go. So what are you doing?
I'm gonna cast Dark Vision on Irenis so that she's not handicapped out here.
Okay, and that's a second level spell you're using on there?
Yep.
Okay. Cool. Excellent. Who's next? Gorvosh or Irenis?
I think I'm last.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Irenis.
Okay. And they're currently about, you said 40 feet away from us?
Well, you pushed them back 15 feet, and then they failed their check twice. So I've got them at 100 feet now. Oh, no, I'm sorry, 70 feet.
Okay. And there's currently 8 of them left.
No, there's 6 of them left.
6 of them. Okay. In that case, I will dissipate my spell.
You letting them come back in? Okay.
Yeah. I think we can take them if there's only 6. And yeah, I think I'll just end my turn there and wait for them to get closer.
Okay.
Well, I mean, do you not have any ranged?
I have a crossbow, but it takes an action to cancel the spell, and because it's a concentration. Well, yeah, it's a 2-handed weapon, so.
Well,
Okay.
I don't think
So
it takes an action to cancel the spell because you just stop concentrating, right?
oh yes, you're right. Okay, so
I
then
mean
so
that's what
I
makes sense to me, but the rule could say different, so I don't know.
okay. I don't know. I've not read anything. It was just my assumption, so I
I think
didn't
you just
know.
choose to stop concentrating.
Okay.
Do that.
All right. Okay, then I.
You'll probably
Um,
need to move a little bit closer to see them since they're 70 feet out.
Okay. Excuse me, I'm sneezing.
Well, the moon illuminates the sky a little bit, so you can see dark figures against the sky.
Oh great. Okay. Magpie, do you know the range on the crossbows?
Yeah. So hand crossbows is 30. Light crossbows are yeah, 60. And then heavy crossbow is 80, and those are all just the easy ones.
Uh-huh.
So Magpie, why does your hand crossbow say 8320?
Oh no, never mind. I take it back. 80. I thought it was 30.
No, I mean, okay. Never
No,
mind.
no, that's what I pulled it over there, but that was the stuff I had from forever ago when I did this. So I can look it up again.
light crossbow is 80. What crossbow do you have?
I have
I
a
have
light
a-
crossbow.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
So
I'm
then
gonna
I'd be
look
able to
here.
hit them? Okay, I will try shoot them then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
see.
Magpie, you should have a light crossbow. If you have a hand crossbow, that's a martial weapon.
All right. All right. No. All right. I'm looking at this. One
You-
second.
you've
sorry.
got the-
Rogues might specifically get hand crossbows.
They
have,
might.
Like weird
Yeah,
weapons called out.
but the light cross, you've got the stats for the light crossbow. Just saying.
Okay. Well, then why is it? Okay. I'll just use the light crossbow. Like it's not a big deal that it's a hand crossbow versus a light crossbow. I just.
That's fine.
Like-
Stop clicking on it.
Oh, am I clicking on it?
I would miss it, by the way.
Sorry.
I think. Unless their AC is higher than 10.
Yeah, you got a 10. No, that's
Uh-huh.
not gonna work. Okay.
Okay. We mark down a bolt.
Cool. Gorbasht.
Alright, so they're 70 feet away. I'll run up 30 and get to 40 feet away from them. Throw another javelin. With disadvantage still.
Okay.
16.
That's a hit, and you take one out. Your aim is true. Dear Gorbasht. All right. So they're gonna move another 40 feet in, so they're within 30 feet, and they're hideous, but they're
No,
down
they're
to
right on top of me.
5.
They're right up.
Yeah. They are right on top of you. So 2 of them move in towards you. And where's the thing? Give me the thing. Come on. There they are. These are sturges, by the way.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And so that's a 24 for 4 piercing damage.
Yeah, that'll hit.
So it's attached.
Okay. So
Um,
it just automatically does 5 damage to me every turn.
Yeah.
Can I hit it while it's attached to me?
You can use your action to detach it.
Yeah.
What if I just want to hit it instead?
Just like thumping your chest with it on you.
So actually, so it's an 8 total. You've got 2 of them attached to you.
Okay.
You know, which is kind of par for the course for a barbarian, right?
That's just life.
Yeah, that's just life. Blood-sucking bat thingies.
Yep.
They describe it as a proboscis that attaches to you, if that makes you feel any better.
It does not. I mean,
Okay.
it looked like a giant mosquito, so
It's kind of a giant mosquito with leathery wings.
it's like bat wing.
Yeah, it's nice. It's cuddly. I mean, who wouldn't want to cuddle it? Really?
Me.
I fought these in 3.5 once, and they did con damage.
I mean, let's
Let's
just look at it again because it's so cuddly.
I don't know if I'd want to cuddle it, but maybe pet the head. Looks a little furry.
Do they count as animals?
Do they count as animals? That's a good question. It is a beast. So, sure, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know. I probably won't try to handle animal them. I'll probably just hit them. But
Are beast animals? Yes,
I'm not sure.
but it's hungry, so it's eating you.
Yeah, I'm probably just gonna hit it.
I mean, maybe if you had some other kind of creature, like you could offer the donkey to it, or offer a mule to it.
Nah, it's not my turn anyways.
Okay. So next up is Magpie.
Okay, I will shoot it with my light crossbow.
Oh,
Okay. That is a miss.
yeah,
Okay.
you wasted all your good ones. 18, 21, 21.
I know. I was not trying to do that. I was trying to open up the little star thing, the options thing for the light crossbow to see why it was doing that. And I just kept clicking, and I was like, I was not trying to click you. Why would you do that?
Ah, miss.
Fenric.
Just to be clear, are you guys shooting at the one that's on my chest or the rest of them? I don't
Oh,
wanna get
the
hit
rest
by
of them. The rest of them.
projectiles by accident.
Gorvash gets a dart to the forehead, but doesn't seem to mind. Doesn't seem to
I mean, if
notice.
it works, it'll look real cool. But if it doesn't work, then probably
Alright.
have to bet.
All right, Arenis, what are you doing?
How close am I to Gorvasht?
You're about, I don't know, Gorvash, what you move? 30?
I moved 30 up from
Yeah.
where we were before.
So you're within 30.
Okay, so I'd like to move up next to Gorvasht and from the side so that I don't bash my half-orc friend. I'm gonna try and bash the Sturge with my mace.
Okay. Hey, look at that.
There we go.
Roll some
All
damage.
right.
That's all right because these things are paper thin
Oh, yeah.
and it explodes in a gush of its own and Gorvash's blood. And you are covered in half-orc and Sturge blood now.
So I look at Garvash. Hey, you ever seen Pulp Fiction?
I need that back, by the way.
All right, Gorvash.
Now you're just gonna taste everyone's blood, you wench.
Hey, I thought you were offended by me tasting your blood.
I'm gonna take out my 2 hand axes. And can I hit the one that's still stuck to me?
Sure.
Okay. Use my action to
Could help you if you miss.
hit that one. That should be a regular attack. That's not a disadvantage.
Okay. Yep. So yeah, again, blood everywhere.
Cool.
And
And
most
is
of it
there
ends up
another
spraying
one?
on Arenis just because.
Mm,
What's that?
delicious.
Is there another one within reach?
No. You'd have to throw one of your axes.
Alright, I'll throw my offhand axe.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. You miss. All right.
I think that has the same range as the
There's 2 left. And one of them goes after Magpie. 7 blood drain.
Piercing.
Piercing blood drain. And the other one goes after Fenric
No.
for 4. So,
Can I try and slash at it with a dagger?
sure. That's a miss, but not much.
It's attached to me. How can I miss?
Well, it's attached to you. Maybe it's on your back and you're like trying to spin
Trying
around.
to like.
You'd be better served detaching it, but
I'm gonna lie flat on my back, just like drop to the ground. Just...
okay, Fenric.
I'm gonna try and whack it with my quarterstaff.
Okay, that's some trick. All right, yeah, you managed to bash it for. Is that really 0 damage?
What?
I don't think you can actually roll 0 damage.
What happened?
What did you
Only
choose?
rolled 0 on a 0.
Can we do that? I don't know why it did that.
That's really weird. Um,
Oops.
what are you guys clicking?
I think I
No.
right-clicked on the damage value, that 0, and it this is the code or something for how that was supposed to have rolled.
Weird. Okay. Sure. Yeah, we'll take 6. Yeah. So, I'm trying to picture how you would do this, but you spin the quarterstaff around and just kind of clock it in the face, and it no longer has a head, and there's blood spraying all over your fine clothes, Fenric.
No.
Although this is how you died most of it anyway, right? So, just bathing in the blood of woodland animals.
And some blueberry preserves,
Yeah. Okay. So, Arenis, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna try and shoot at one again. Well, is there
The
one
one
within
that's
range
attached
of
to
me?
There's one attached to Magpie.
Okay. Then I'll just come and try. I'll run up to her and I'll try and hit this one with my mace as well. Welp. I
Okay.
boop it.
Roll damage.
Didn't I roll a 5 though?
Yeah, but I'm making you roll damage anyway.
Okay.
Magpie, you take 7 bludgeoning damage.
What?
Oh, why
I'm
would
so
you
sorry.
do that?
As my bonus action, I cast Healing Word because I know that I'm gonna hit her somehow.
Oh, jeez.
There we go. There, you recover more than half.
Still smarts though, right?
I apologize. I'm so sorry.
Why did you do that?
Damn it.
Oh,
That's for
Gorbash.
stealing those pebbles.
Alright, I'm gonna run up and recklessly attack the last one with my hand axe. That way I have advantage.
Okay.
Alright, 21.
All right. Well, Saints bless you. There's just a little tiny bit of dangling proboscis still attached to Magpie, but the rest is just kind of flung into the wind. There's bits of sturge scattered across the party, and
There we go.
Magpie's blood is everywhere.
I'm just like, why has no one has gotten this off of me?
And it's gone. It's save for the proboscis still stuck into your shoulder. And good job. You have survived the scourge.
Sweet.
The sturge scourge.
The scourge.
I'm gonna go pick up all the stuff that I threw before we go to bed.
I'm gonna roll to pull that thing out of her shoulder so she doesn't leak more blood.
Fair enough. And you each get around to 60 XP.
Nice.
260?
60.
Okay,
Period.
60.
I'm rounding to 60.
Okay. Excellent. I am half health. So I assume when we camp for the night, we will rest.
Yeah, and you can use your hit dice as part of
Yep.
your healing.
Gonna have to use them hit dice, or I can cast a healing spell on you if you want.
It's okay. I used a hit dice.
I'll go ahead and use one.
That brings us up to now.
I did bad. Alright, well, that's
Go
half the
back.
damage I took.
Gorvash fails at healing. It's from all that local Coneyberry wine.
Can't quite get damage going the other direction.
That's not your job.
Oh, good. I'm not the only one.
Right.
Tell you what, though, that's all the healing I needed to get back to full.
No, fair enough.
All right. So you guys are their full plus days travel. You get to Phandelver after dusk. Let's see. Oh yeah, you guys are clear on the trail. No sturges, no owlbears, nothing harassing you on your way back to Phandelver the next day.
Great.
All right, so moving the party back to Phandelver. So what's your move?
All right.
Guess we go talk to the mayor? Or whatever his position was?
Townmaster?
Yes.
Yep, go to him and be like, your problem on the trail has been taken care of.
My problem?
I don't know why I insinuated like that, but that is what I'm going to say.
Okay. Just a moment. I'll bring him up here. So he says, "Oh, wow, that is quite a feat. Thank you, thank you. That is I couldn't be more pleased. Please accept this, And he offers you a bag of gold, 100 gold pieces for you guys.
Oh, awesome. So,
Do you wanna-
100 gold pieces total. Do we want to put it in the pot for the donkey?
Sure.
Just add it to the mule's inventory? Is
All right.
everyone all right with that?
That's fine with me.
Okay.
Alright. Done.
So,
And it's at this point that Sildar kind of comes out of the shadows on the side. He says, "I grow increasingly worried about our Rockseeker brothers."
they've still not shown up, I ask?
No, not hide nor hair of them.
Well, that's not good. We should probably seek them out. I thought they were to come to Paladin back to get some supplies in a few days.
Yeah, well, that would be the hope, right? But it's not to be, apparently. Listen, I've got quite a bit of coin. If you can locate where the Kragmaws are centered. The Kragmaws are the ones that they were sort of the initial hideout that you raided.
Mhm.
That wasn't their headquarters, obviously. But Sildar says if you can find where they're located, I think I could part with 500 gold pieces.
Oh. No. Okay.
And you just need to defeat or drive off the Kragmaw chieftain. Says if this is vengeance, so be it. But hopefully we'll find some of those Rockseekers alive. If you haven't already found this place, I'd suggest maybe scouring around the Tribor Trail, the wilderness around it. There might be further leads that we could develop if there are raiders coming out of the Kragmaw Castle.
Okay.
Alright.
So I say we stock up and head out. We have a lot, almost 30 square miles of forest to comb through.
So we're just gonna like walk up
We-
and down the trail, looking like a nice target for bandits until bandits attack us.
I mean, we could search for the Rockseeker brothers, or we could convince them to use that 500 gold to just set up a funeral and be done with it.
Then we don't have 500 gold.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Don't you
how,
want to buy?
how likely do you think it is they're still alive? You think they would have probably come?
Nope,
some
nope. I'm pretty sure
supplies.
they're still alive.
Also,
Oh.
killing goblins.
Oh well, you got a point there. Hmm.
I mean, you guys do
Which
have.
shopkeep would I go to buy shiny stones?
No, do not torture me in this way.
No, it's to trade later whenever you're not acting in your right mind.
Just be like, no, Maggie, you don't need their shiny stones. Here's a shiny stone. The
Sounds
shiny stones
rational.
aren't interesting to me unless I'm taking them from you without your knowledge. Should you purchase any shiny stones, I am bound to tell you that I will multiple times try and pick your pocket. This is just the truth. I am not being malicious.
I'm gonna plant decoy stones.
So you're
Plant
not
decoy
being
shiny stones.
Oh,
They'll just be
jeez.
tiny pieces of wood painted to look like shiny stones.
Painted to look like shiny stones. Okay, so like river rocks with like stones, like crystals painted on them.
All right. So since we still got the training wheels on, I will tell you that there are pieces of Phandelver that you haven't necessarily plumbed for leads, and there is also one particular lead that you haven't explored yet.
Okay, so can we go to the Phandelver map?
Yeah. That's not that. There it is.
There we go.
I mean, we haven't spoke.
We still haven't spoken to the adventurer.
Yeah.
Don't
Oh
that's
my
true.
god, I was just thinking about that. I was wondering.
don't we also need to go back to the shrine and let them know that we found out where the book is?
Yeah, I was gonna go talk to her,
Okay.
but I didn't think it was as important as talking to Eatermath first.
Okay. So I guess on the way out of town, we shall. Well, while we're in town,
Mm-hmm.
we should sell the stuff we have in Donkey the Mule's inventory,
Mm-hmm.
other than the javelins, unless those want to be kept.
I think
and
Gorvash might want to hold on to those.
then-
I've
Okay,
got my
well then, we'll sell the stuff that's in the inventory. Kind of tool around town looking for clues,
Mm-hmm.
and then see if we can get any information out of anybody else.
Yes.
Is
Okay.
that a thing in the corner up there? Is that like a actual thing? Or are all the actual things labeled?
It could be an actual thing. Best you know it. It's an
Actual
abandoned
thing.
farm.
All right, let's go sell our stuff first. Does anybody need to purchase anything either? Well, I guess we can do that on our way out of the town. It's not like we're in a rush to buy more things.
Yeah.
Nope. But let's go to the blacksmith and see if he wishes to have the weapons.
Okay.
The smith looks the weapons over and says, "Well, I could purchase some of these. I have some funds. And so he basically can give you about 100 gold in like half face value for these weapons.
Okay.
So
That's fine to me.
well,
So
I mean,
100 for the everything.
no, I
Yeah.
mean like add up the face value of these weapons and divide it by 2, and he can give you 100 gold's worth. Like he could buy 100
Oh,
gold's
okay.
worth.
Oh, okay.
Let me just get to that section real quick.
I guess we'll just put it in Donkey the Mule the Donkey's inventory.
Work. Okay.
Okay.
And you just kind of hear him muttering that he hopes Halia doesn't come after him for being the competition.
That is not the competition. He's the blacksmith.
Yeah, but he's kind of the guy that does all of the fasteners on your doors or your
So
he does the horseshoes in town. He's not like a wholesaler of goods.
should be 91 GP and 1 silver.
Okay, so he can manage all of that. So.
All right.
Add it to the file.
Add to the pile. Get rid of the others. The things in there.
Yep.
That was half the value for the.
Yeah, the great axes were 30 GP base price a piece, so
Okay.
they were worth 90 at half.
All right.
6 of them.
That mule is paying for himself.
Yep. I mean, the Great Club was only 2 silver, so that's where the 1 silver came from.
He's like, this is a fine looking hunk of wood.
Oversized lumber wood too.
Yeah.
You could use it to make like a table leg or like a bar stool or something.
It's like the next bugbear that rolls through here.
Is gonna be super happy. Okay. So I guess we're gonna go to the orchard.
Who would I go to buy some gum Arabic? I don't know if anyone would have that around here.
The general store, maybe.
Yeah. You could try Barthen's Provisions.
Okay. So I will. What's up, Barthen? Got any of that gum Arabic?
Yeah. I mean, it's basically it comes from acacia trees, and he's like, oh yeah, we carry something like that. So, what do you need that for? Is that one of your materials?
For invisibility, it's I need an eyelash encased in it, so I'll just probably like pluck an eyelash from my eye every time.
There you go. Okay. Yeah. I mean, he's got some kicking around.
Okay. How much would that be?
He says, well, you're a fine customer. I could offer you a jar of it for a silver.
Sounds
I realized
good.
I was muted, but you're a druid, so you have a druidic focus. So anything that doesn't have a gold, like,
Oh, is that for
value, like
anything?
a diamond or anything like that, like that costs something like that. Like if it's just an eyelash, then
Yeah, you can use your focus in place of it.
Mm-hmm.
Can't clerics use their holy symbol too instead of random stuff like
Yes.
beans?
Similar to that, yeah.
So I'm gonna be the only one that has like a weird pocket full of like
Yes. Pretty
Yep.
much.
I mean, if you want to buy it, then that's that's entirely up to you. Character, whatever your character desires to do.
It's a fun affectation to have if you so desire. But yeah, you do have a focus. So
I just didn't know it could be. I was confused, I guess. Can I still just get an empty jar? Actually, I'd rather just have an empty jar. That would come in handy.
Of blueberry jam.
yep.
No, do not waste the jam just to get the jar. Oh my god, guys.
So you can get a small wooden container with a like a leather and wooden like stopper on top for like 1 copper. For 2 copper, you upgrade it to like leather on leather, and for 3 copper, you actually get glass. So
3 copper it is.
all right.
I am going to get some mistletoe or shamrock for my shillelagh if he has any dried um, herbs.
Yep. Yeah, you can. Yes, you can get both.
Okay. So I'd like to purchase, I guess, a copper's full.
Yeah, I mean, you spend a silver and you've got enough for many castings. Let's say.
Okay. So I'm gonna spend the silver and then put it in a pouch on my belt.
Cool.
I've decided I'm a pouch person. I have a belt and it has a whole bunch of tiny pouches attached to it.
Makes sense as a spellcaster.
Can I buy a crowbar?
Yeah. Yes, you can.
All right.
I don't know why you would need such a thing, Barthen says.
You get advantage on strength checks whenever a crowbar would be useful to have.
Barthen says,
Barthen, I would like to sell this Nothic tongue if you wouldn't mind.
Jeez.
What would you give me for something like that?
I don't know. Is it particularly rare? I don't know what a Nothic is.
Oh, they're very rare magical beasts. They say you can grind up the tongue and it's a powerful aphrodisiac.
What?
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
It says, well, if you're certain that it, could give a little boost, I'm sure that I could.
More than a little boost.
Oh, well. The Lady Barthen, well, she might appreciate this.
Oh Lord.
Maybe.
I got these giant dish-sized eyeballs staring at him right now.
He says, "Oh well, I'm afraid, without some kind of appraisal from an independent third party, I would have to say the max I could give is 5 silver."
I'll take it.
All right. He seems to grin like he's winning one over on you.
Good luck to you and Lady Barthen.
Perfect. All right. Anyone
I
else
have
doing business at the provisions?
I have a weird question. Why does it say I need 50 gold 50 gold powdered ruby worth 50 gold pieces for healing word? Because I feel like that's not correct.
No, that's just something that gets put in there for any single one of them. Like the light gray isn't anything.
Okay.
That's...
Wait, what?
Whenever you just add a spell, it like default puts that under components.
Yeah, healing word, the component is just voice, so
Okay.
it's you're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just looking at this and I was like, I do not have 50 gold P worth of ruby gold dust.
And,
cool.
and some of that sometimes is in reference to if you were trying to make that into a potion or a scroll or something. So.
Okay. All right. No questions then. I want to wander over to the orchard and see if anything's in season and try and pluck a fruit. I don't know what type of orchard it is, but a fruit from a branch, should it be right.
It's an apple orchard. And you'd have to kind of pass by the orchard house to get to the trees themselves.
Oh, okay. I'm going to see if anyone's about. Kind of just wander into the orchard.
Irenis,
I'm
you
gonna-
haven't spoken to the sister
Wandering
at
with
the
purpose.
Shrine of Luck? Yeah.
Not yet. I don't plan to do that right now.
Okay.
While Magpie is trying to walk into the orchard, I'm gonna grab her by the shoulder and redirect her back to the front of the house.
But the apples.
You have to keep your hands to yourself. I'm sure he's nice enough to give us apples. You don't have to just take them.
I don't want to be given apples. I want to acquire apples for myself.
There are some
You-
nice shiny red apples hanging on those trees.
Okay, hold on. I'm
Take
gonna
a
do
bite,
this.
my pretty.
Oh my god. All right. I'm going to push her very forcefully back to the front of the house.
Fine, fine. You're so pushy. God.
Quite literally, pushy.
As we come up to the front of the house, I'm gonna knock on the door. Hello, is anyone home?
Okay. Yeah, so there's a silver-haired man opens the door. He's got pointy ears. You'd probably guess he's a half-elf. Probably over 100 years old from your estimation, which is,
Ooh.
getting a little on in age, but not, he still seems kind of spry. And he looks at the group of you. He says, "Well, you're an odd lot. What can I do for you?"
We were wondering if you had any tips about adventuring. I say with all of my half-elf enthusiasm. Why can't I say that word? As I flip my hair back and show my otherwise pointy ears.
She was also trying to steal some apples, by the way.
I was not trying to steal some apples. I was going to take a walk through your lovely orchard and admire the trees.
You stop there.
Wait, what's this about my apples?
Oh, no, nothing, I say, as I slap a hand over Magpie's mouth with my left hand and slap my other right hand over on Fenrick's mouth. They were just admiring the beauty of your orchard. We just came here to, we heard you were an adventurer, and we're sort of adventurers of a sort, so we're just hoping you might have some tips for us or any advice for us. You seem well seasoned.
He crosses his arms and leans on the door frame, kind of giving you like a huh sort of look. And
Did not expect this.
says, "Well, I can only speak to what I've heard about town and other sorts of rumors. Those red brands. I wouldn't suppose you know anything about the cleanup that you did there."
No, we just, they got in our way, and now they're not in our way.
We hit him a couple times.
Yeah. And you got that Glassstaff character somewhere hidden away?
Something like that.
Yeah, we threw him, yeah.
Well, as long
No.
as you cleaned out that Sleeping Giant tap house, they had some mighty fine ale. I'm quite pleased with that. So, listen, if you're looking for a little bit of work, I know they've been doing some digging around some ruins at the old Owl Well. A few prospectors have kind of talked about being chased from the area by the undead.
The Owl Well, you say? Where's that located?
The old Owl Well. It's over by Coneybury, little east of there.
Oh.
We're
So
gonna walk
we-
all the way back.
It's just a couple of days walk from here. I don't know if there's much I can offer you, but I'd really appreciate it if you'd clean that place up.
Okay. Well, we'll look into it if we head back that way. We do have a concern though. On our way here, we kind of lost somebody, and we were wondering if the town had any rumor about this person, or perhaps you might have caught wind of any news.
Who would that be?
That is a gentleman by the name of Gunrin Rockseeker. Actually, he's one of, I believe it's 3 Rockseeker brothers.
No, sounds dwarvish from what I know, but I can't say I knew any rock seekers. I'm not as plugged in as I used to be. I'd say.
Well, if I mean, we've been to the local inn, and they don't seem to have much gossip going around there. Is there any other place that we might catch more news?
You been to the miners' exchange? Halia runs a tight ship over there. I kind of worry about her a little bit, but I don't know.
What do they mine up in these hills? I say muffled behind her hand because I assume it's still covering my mouth.
Yes. Let me remove my hands, and then I wipe the slimy saliva on my scale.
You're lucky I didn't lick it
You
deliberately.
didn't wash your hands. Oh.
You hear that? She called you guys slimy.
It's okay. I'm pretty slick.
A little blood never hurt anybody, Fenric. I think you would know something about that.
Is it still my blood?
It's a mixture of yours and
the Sturgis.
Sturgis, yeah.
Ew. Sturge blood.
Yeah, he says, well, I can't say much that I know much. I mean, the town master, is the town master, for better or for worse. Nobody stepped up to take his place, and the miners around here, they're just prospecting for whatever they can find, be it gold or some of the more rare things that they think might be hiding around here.
Ooh, precious rocks.
Precious stones, precious tales. These hills are filled with tales. Like that Wave Echo Cave.
The what cave?
We're looking for that cave.
We are looking for that cave.
I don't know much about it, but exists in legend mostly, from what I hear. Fool's errand, if you
Never-
ask me. I found some. I found what I used to purchase this fine land here, in a land far away from here. I'm not too concerned with what may or may not be in these hills.
So you don't really care that there's a mystical, magical wave echo cave, perhaps right behind your house?
Well, if it's right behind my house, I got another worry. But if such a cave exists, I doubt it lives up to its reputation. If it does live up to its reputation, yeah, maybe we're all a little concerned about it.
And what does its reputation entail?
I heard things about the text there being shortcuts, ways to speak to the gods without proper rites, or ways to, let's say, move into alternate realms of reality.
Oh, wow. That would be a place of great power and great cause of concern.
Like I said, probably not the most reliable information I've ever come across.
It's probably best these realms will be left forgotten.
That too. I am keen on letting those sorts of things lie where they are. If they have fallen into disrepair and obscurity, perhaps it's for the best.
Well, thank you for sharing this lore. How much for a bushel of apples?
Says, well, for you, my fine lass, I could part with a bushel of apples for, he looks up, 2 copper.
I'll take a bushel. Thank you. I demur.
Very nice.
Okay. I'm going to take my apples to the inn and see if they can make dessert with them.
I said, well, we'll make a fine apple cobbler if you'll allow us to sell half of the apple cobbler.
I can't eat a whole apple cobbler. As long as I get a hefty slice, do with the rest what you will.
I seem pleased with that.
I'm going
Magpie,
to
here, have 5 copper for legally purchasing those apples.
Oh, so I am up 3 copper in this deal. I could become an apple trader. I could trade in apple futures. This is going to be great. I know what I'm going to do for the rest of my life.
All you need to do is not steal things.
All I need to do is not steal things when I could have stole things, and then I'll get paid for not stealing them. You're like a very supportive kleptomaniac anonymous.
Sponsor.
Yeah.
It's good. All
I'm
right.
gonna go to the shrine.
Okay.
Is it? It's what time of day is it? I can never keep track.
Yeah, it's getting on towards, well, it was pretty late when you got to Addermath Orchard. So we'll say the sun's well set by this point. But at the Shrine of Luck, you do find the sister walking around. She's a young elf, and elves don't sleep very much, from what you hear.
Magpie being the exception.
Okay. So I come up to her and I give her a greeting and I say, so I went to Agatha's lair.
She takes a breath. She says, "Oh, that's well, you've returned. That seems like good news. What of the book? Did you hear?"
I did. However, I've noticed that you didn't share any information with me regarding really what kind of book it was.
Well, I thought I mentioned it was a mystical book of some sort. These are delicate matters, and those that I work with are rather secretive, at times, perhaps overly so, and I apologize. It's not a. I mean no disrespect to you or your colleagues. It's just sometimes the best way to keep things moving smoothly around here.
I understand your concern, and I know that we were strangers upon meeting. But since I did help you out, I was wondering if you'd be able to kind of share with me what the shrine is. And yes, I did learn some things from Agatha regarding the book you were looking for.
Well, I don't need to tell you that this is a shrine of luck. Tamora is a wonderful patron of this shrine, and we are pleased very much to have her grace us with her blessings from time to time.
Do all the people in town worship this Tamora?
Well, it's quite popular among the prospectors who go out into these hills. We know that dating back to the dwarves and the gnomes who founded the the Waveko cave from of legend had some hand in uh, actually establishing this shrine itself. So,
Dwarves are common in this area?
oh well, no, not much these days. We see a few on occasion. Prospectors are all stripes, really, but uh, and dwarves in particular are keen on the minerals that they might find in these hills. But uh, I haven't seen many dwarves, save for well, there were I think a few brothers that passed through here.
Oh, actually, do you know where those brothers happen to go? I think they might be someone that I'm looking for.
Oh, they chattered on about some kind of cave that they had been seeking, but I I really wouldn't know too much about it.
Oh, that's unfortunate. You didn't happen to catch the name of the cave?
No, no, they were. I think they were a little afraid that well, uh, something about spreading rumors, like smoke in a cave or something like that. A very dwarvish expression, I'm sure.
Smoke in a cave. Okay.
Hmm. I'm going to casually walk by during this exchange and start throwing copper pieces into the well.
Okay.
Mm.
All right. Well, I appreciate that help. I guess I can definitely share with you what I learned from Agatha regarding the book you're looking for.
Yes, so you gave her the comb? Is that what what I'm to understand?
We bartered a little bit, and she was very happy to receive the comb, and so she was more than willing to exchange the information that you need. She mentioned that there was a warlock named Serenoth from the city of Astrakhan, whom she had traded the book with. Unfortunately, that took place over 100 years ago, and she's since lost sight of him and the book.
She looks up thoughtfully and nods and then smiles. She says, "Wow, that is very helpful. Thank you very much. That will help us quite a lot." And then
Well, I'm
she moves
glad I
in
could be of
closer.
service.
She moves in closer, kind of wary of wandering ears, particularly of the half elf that is skulking around the shrine.
Throwing coins. I throw approximately 10 copper pieces into the well.
All right.
And from increasing distances, like I'm testing my skill.
Good. All right. But she kind of leans in close and mentions, uh, "I'm part of a network of adventurers, you might say.
Mm-hmm.
We're called the Vigil Keepers,
Okay.
and uh, really, this is a network that, well, we revere a god that we think has been oppressed by the by some of the other gods and their worship. But really, what we seek to do is aid the weak and the poor. Um, and really, what I would ask of you is if you are at all interested, I could provide you more leads and perhaps even some material rewards. Although I would suggest that the biggest reward would be serving our great and wonderful Epheniok.
A Feniok. Uh, I don't know much about this god. Perhaps we can discuss this further if you have time this evening.
I would be happy to go over this in great detail, but I ask that you keep it rather rather quiet because
Can I roll perception or something to try and hear in on their conversation?
sure. I mean, so Sister Grail is trying to keep this very quiet. Arenis, what I'm like, are you like when you said Epheniok? Is that like was that like a loud exclamation, or are you trying to match tone with Sister Grail?
No, she's whispering, so I'm whispering as well.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So go ahead, Magpie. Yeah, you're kind of oblivious to this. Or-
Okay.
I mean, you see it, but you can't get in close enough where it
Okay.
wouldn't be obvious. Yeah, so she's making a pitch to you to basically there's this old god before sort of the modern saints of things like luck or uh, you know um, the modern pantheon
Mm-hmm.
and basically this is a group that um, tries to thwart local tyrants and leaders or any groups that grow too strong. And they think that aiding the weak and helping them establish their own constituency and power in the land and lifting up some of the least among them to possibly be a bright star in the political ascendancy might
Hmm.
might be the best way to do this.
Okay. So one thing I want to ask her is you're saying this very quietly to me, so I'm wondering, is this sort of worship banned? Worshipping a Feniok?
She shakes her head. She says, "No, it's not banned per se, but uh, we tend to do this kind of work quietly. Um, we don't know where we might be welcome and might not, but uh, worship of the Shrine of Luck, and with the goddess here is not counter to the work that I might do. So if I'm to venerate Timora during certain hours and venerate Epheniok during other hours, who's to say that the two run counter to each other?"
I see. I see your concern here. Okay, well, I appreciate you sharing that information with me, and I will definitely seek out. I'll meditate on it.
Yeah, she gives you your forearm a squeeze, and she says, "Do think on this, please." And uh, it's not an offer I bring lightly. I see that you are a woman that can provide unparalleled insight and uh, motivation, I think, to our group.
Well, I appreciate your kind words. Like I said, I'll think on it. And before we leave in the morning, if you're around, I will speak with you again.
All right.
I kind of go ahead.
Yeah, she nods and says, "Thank you very much. That I do appreciate all that you've done, particularly in regards to this book. But I think you could be an asset to us beyond that. I wish you a fine evening." And
Oh,
she bows and steps back.
okay. Yeah, you too. And I kind of turn around. Is Magpie still behind me?
Yeah.
Okay. So I kind of look startled.
I wasn't standing like directly behind you. I was over by the well, okay? Not like I'm
Oh, okay.
stalking you. Gosh. So I like you turn around, you're startled, and I like brush past you kind of angrily because you're just like, ugh. I'm gonna go eat some cobbler and drink some blueberry wine.
All right. She seems a bit salty, but I'll let it pass.
Can I discern what kind of elf that was?
What kind of elf? The
The
priestess was?
sister.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Um, yeah, um, she's what you would probably guess would be called the Lon Lenari.
Okay.
I got a note on this. Hang on. All right, so yeah, Lenari means elves. Lon means sorrow.
Mule the donkey is typing. Oh my goodness.
Good. I like it.
Good job.
A Shrek joke.
Yes.
Yeah, so they're sort of associated with most things like the sunset. They're associated with sort of the rites of the dead, and a lot of people mistakenly call them gray elves because they come from a part of the world in which they often paint their faces with clay. But um, the people that kind of adopt the gray elves name are usually more of the more from another faction called the Renath Lenari, which are kind of the sages and the scholarly faction. So people call the Lon Lenari Grey Elves if they're not really familiar with what they do.
Okay.
In the morning, I want to check the miners' exchange.
Yeah, that's where I want to go to.
Same.
Can we check and see if that glass staff still hold up? Because I was not so keen on leaving him.
Yeah, no, he's still in the town
Prison.
master's hall.
Okay.
But we're rolling in around 11 o'clock, and I just want to kind of. I think this is probably a good breaking point, as it's getting kind of late, and to move into the miners' exchange in the town master's hall might be a little strange at this hour. So, you guys can go and rest in the inn, I'm presuming, the Stonehill Inn,
Mm-hmm.
and then we can pick things up in the morning next week.
All right.
Sounds good.
All right.
Sounds good.
Well, thank you for the session, guys. This was fun.
Thank you for DMing.
Yeah,
Thanks.
anytime.
For real.
All right.
All right.